I'm Christine, and I'm from Selfless Yoga. I'm here today to share a morning practice to energize and also to reset our nervous system for the upcoming day. But I feel driven and passionate to share my practice as well as help you on your journey to yoga. And when we see yoga at times, we may see it as you're very flexible, it can be very artistic, and you just see these postures. But I want to remind you that yoga is for everyone, from the little children up to when you're in retirement age. It is a journey to, of course, develop some strength and get yourself a little bit more flexible, but also the journey is within. Because as you practice, at times you're in silence, you're with yourself. Even when you're in a classroom, you're doing these postures, you're focusing on your breath, and it's really getting deep within. And sometimes yoga can start from you're meditating and sitting, and it brings you through to the physical side of yoga. Or yoga can be the physical side, and then it could bring you to the inner being. So let's get into a cross-legged position and just sit. So either you can sit like this if that's comfortable for you, regular cross-legged position. And let's just lengthen through the spine. Great. Roll the shoulders away from your ears. And let's just go ahead and start to close our eyes for just a moment. And just start to feel your breath as you inhale and exhale. Inhaling through your belly, rib cage, upper chest. Exhale, upper chest, rib cage, belly. And starting to take a few deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. And as you breathe here in this moment, start to set an intention for 2026. And keep that intention deep in your heart. And as you practice today, let's allow that intention to really go deep within. One more breath. Put your hands into palm center. And let's inhale for one Om. Inhale. Om. Let's get started. So the first pose we're going to do, we're just going to go ahead and sit again in a regular seated position. And we're just going to open up our spine. Simple practice you can do every morning. Okay? So as you're in bed, you can sit and get comfortable. And you inhale, palms overhead. Axial extension of the spine. And just look up. Breathing here. Exhale, palms forward. Drop your hands. And breathe here. Inhale, hands up. And let's do a lateral stretch. You're going to stretch over to one side. Bring your arm up over your ear, opening your chest here. Slow and deep breaths. You can either keep your neck forward if that's more comfortable for you, or you can look up at your hand. get started. Just knowing this practice is for you, and wherever you are on the journey, it's all about consistency and just being curious. Inhale, palms up, and switch to the opposite side. And as you're here, noticing the side body, noticing that stretch, and just making sure you're keeping both your sit bones nice and grounded on the ground. Maybe closing your eyes and just feeling your breath. Inhale, palms up, and you're going to go ahead and twist. Put one hand on the top of your thigh, one hand behind, twisting through your chest, not your neck. And breathe here. One more breath. Inhale, palms up, and switch. And in the morning, I try to be gentle with my body. I've been sleeping for so many hours. And this is just opening up the body, opening up the fascia, releasing the connective tissue. Because you might notice this morning, you may not be as flexible as you are at night, and that's okay. Our bodies are always different depending on the time of day, the time of the month, and just learning to accept your body just as it is with love and care. One more breath here. Inhale, palms up and down. Let's go ahead and get onto our mat. Today, I would recommend, if you do have blocks for some modifications, you might need a strap. You can literally use two hard books with each same size as an option if you don't have blocks. And a strap can be just a towel or a belt. So just go ahead and get your legs into something called yogi squat. So what you're going to do is go onto your mat. Of your mat. If you don't have your mat, just open your legs nice and wide, and you're just going to sit. So what you can do, if we're standing, you can bring your legs mat distance wide, bring your hands forward, and slowly come down here. Now here, look, my heels are not touching the floor. You can take a block and can use that block to support you. And with time, you naturally will bring those heels down. And just sit into the pose. It's called Malasana. And go ahead, bring your hands, palms distance, touching, and keeping your elbows on the inside of your thigh. Lengthen through the spine, and breathe here. Just taking slow and deep breaths. It's a really good pose, especially in Asia. I travel the world. I love traveling, and longevity, especially in Japan. In one of the small islands of Japan, there's so many people who live over 100 years old. And one of the things that I've learned is that they do a lot of squats. And these squats, just squatting, is a indicator of longevity. They're constantly squatting. They're doing work on the land. So just know it is uncomfortable at times if you're not used to doing it. But with practice, it will really help your spine, your hips, as well as your knees. One more breath here. And put your hands on the ground. And let's go ahead and bring your feet hip distance wide. Grab opposite elbows and just drop your head forward. If you need some support, bend your knees slightly and just let your head dangle in ragdoll pose. Maybe drop your hands if you want. Just feel that intense stretch on your neck, thighs, really bringing your weight forward. It's a really good hamstring stretch. And I know you might feel cold, so just bend and then go ahead and alternate between each leg. Just bending one and switching at your own pace. Putting your hand on the ground to support you if you need that. Yeah, just taking your time here. Just warming up the side body. And then go ahead and bring your hands on your hips. And inhale, come all the way back up. Perfect. Let's go ahead and go to the top of our mat. Toes are touching, heels are slightly spread apart. I'm going to turn my mat so you can kind of see me. Toes touching, heels slightly spread apart. Now, if you can't put your toes fully together, you're going to be slightly apart. But our goal is to keep our body in a good alignment. Over time, your body will naturally stand in this pose. Hands on the side, we're in Samasthiti, mountain pose. And close your eyes here. And let's start to do Ujjayi breath with sound. Ocean breath. So as you inhale and exhale, keeping your mouth gently closed, breathing in and out through your nose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And do a few more breaths of your own. One more breath. And slowly open your eyes. Just noticing how you feel in this moment. We're going to do sun salutation, Surya Namaskar. Inhale, palms overhead. And look up, just like lengthening through the spine. Exhale, hinge from your hips and forward fold. You can grab your shin or put your hands on the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms down. Step back. You can drop your knees. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes behind you. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Your feet are hip distance wide. And we're going to breathe here. 1. Palms are wide open. 2. Shoulders away from your ears. 3. Looking between your legs or your belly button. 4. Continuously doing Ujjayi breath. And 5. Exhale, bring your hips back. Inhale, step, or couple of steps to halfway lift. It could be here. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees, abdomen to thigh connection. Inhale, palms overhead. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, palms overhead. Exhale, hinge from your hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms down, step back. Chaturanga, high plank to low plank. Pause. Inhale, upward facing dog. And if you can't do upward facing dog, you can do cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, walk your feet to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, palms overhead. Exhale, Samasthiti. And bring your legs hip distance wide for just a moment. Put one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Close your eyes and lengthening your breath. Taking note of your heart. Taking note of the heat. And trusting the process wherever you are on this journey. Just feel your body. You might notice your body swaying. And you are at the right place at the right time. And be proud of yourself to be here, to show up and practice. Let's go back into Samasthiti. One more round. Inhale, palms overhead. And if at any point you need to rest into child's pose, you do so. Listening to your body. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms down, step back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, bring your hips back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, palms overhead. Exhale, Samasthiti. So one thing to give you an idea as you take a moment to breathe here, just take a moment, it's a lot. If your practice, you don't have a sequence at home, I would invite you to do just a sun salutation and hold each pose for a couple of breaths. So that's a sequence you can do at home. And just do it over and over and over. And that can be your yoga practice. That's where I started. All right, so let's go ahead and get our feet together. Toes touching, heels slightly spread apart. Putting your hands on your hips. Step your feet hip distance wide. Okay. Inhale, opening through the chest. Exhale, hinging from your hips, bending your knees and going forward, maybe to your shin or your big toes. Padangustasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. 1. Bending your knees. 2. Bring your elbows out to the side. 3. Bring your weight forward. 5, 4, 1 more, and 5. Inhale, halfway lift, pause, or we can do the same exact pose, or you can move to Padahastasana. It's a bit deeper. Taking your palms, putting it underneath your feet. Toes are on your wrists, index finger on your arch of your feet. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, forward fold, and bring your weight forward. 1, 2. Really bring your weight forward. Trust yourself. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Bring your hands on your hips. And slowly inhale, slowly coming back up. And bring your feet back into Samasthiti. Step your right leg behind you towards the long part of the mat, hands out to the side. Perfect. Now try to bring your feet as far wide as you can tolerate. We're doing a wide leg forward fold, Pasarita Padottanasana, that's in Sanskrit. What you can do is bring your heels back. What I like to do, bring my heels back to the back of my mat, so now I'm in a straight line. Turn my toes in slightly to protect my ankles. Bring your hands on your hips. Inhale, opening through the spine. Keeping your hands on the hips, we're going to do B pose. Exhale, hinge from your hips, and slowly come forward. If you need to bend your knees slightly, you can. Or challenge and lengthen through your legs. We'll breathe here for 5 breaths. 1. Bring your elbows midline towards the spine. 2. Bring your weight forward towards your toes. 3. 4. And 5. And slowly inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, palms out to the side. Now decide what you want to do. Either bringing both hands behind you or interlocking your hands. Inhale, open through the front side, lengthening the spine. Exhale, hinge from the hips, bringing your chest forward for a deep stretch here. 1. This will really open your shoulders. 2. 3. Bring your hands away from your back. 4. And 5. And slowly come back up. Exhale. Bring your hands on your hips. And what we're going to do is turn our feet. Your left foot turn to your left side. So your left foot is forward. Your right foot is behind you. And we're going to go ahead and do a warrior pose, Virabhadrasana. So making sure your heel to heel alignment, your hips are squared forward. And going ahead and bending through the front leg and keeping the back leg straight. Really bending here. And then slowly deciding if you want to stay here. You can go to heart center or palms overhead. 5 breaths here. 1. Left knee out to the side. 2. Keep bending. 3. Looking up at your hands. 4. And 5. Open up through the side into warrior 2 and bending through your front leg, and both of your arms are parallel. And breathe here. 1. 2. Bending through. Your back foot is parallel to the front of your mat. Look at your middle finger. 3. 4. And 5. We're going to bring your hands in front. We're going to step back into a vinyasa. Step your feet back into chaturanga. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. We'll meet at downward facing dog and step. Now you can step your right leg forward. And we're going to do warrior on this side. So hip, heel to heel alignment. Hips are squared forward. And go ahead and bending that front leg. Bringing your hands all the way up. 1. Engaging through your core. No back bend here. 2. 3. 4. 5. And going ahead and opening into warrior 2. So don't lean forward. Bring your body in a straight alignment. Bending through that front leg, engaging that back leg, and really keeping those arms strong. And look at your middle finger. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. And as you're here, we're going to come back down. Do it. Either you can do a vinyasa or you can step back into a child's pose. So you're going to go ahead, chaturanga, high plank to low plank, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. And then we'll meet at downward facing dog. And go ahead and pedaling the backs of your legs. Maybe going onto your toes. and drop your knees into a tabletop position. We're going to go ahead and do a couple of cat and cows. So inhale, lengthen through your spine, looking up towards the sky, dropping your belly. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Tuck in your tailbone, your chin in. Inhaling into cow. Shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do a few rounds of your round. And as you do your cat and cows, you can move your body however you want. Sometimes I'll kind of rotate my hips. Just listening to what my body needs in this moment. And one more round. And bring your legs hip distance wide. Palms open to receive. And let's lay here in Shavasana. Relaxing all the muscles in the feet, ankles. Saying to yourself, my ankles, my feet are relaxed. My calves, my knees are completely relaxed. My thighs, my hips are completely relaxed. My upper and lower back are relaxed. My belly, my chest is completely relaxed. My arms, my fingertips are completely relaxed. My shoulders, my neck, completely relaxed. Relaxing your upper and lower jaw. Relaxing all the muscles around the eye, your cheeks, and just feel your body melting into the ground. We'll be here for a few minutes. This is one of the most important parts of yoga. You can do all the physical and mental parts of it, but you must let your body rest after your practice, even for a few moments, to seal the practice within your body.